Well, I thought it was an early morning for myself, but Coach Harry beat me to the gym already. He's all ready to go. He's got to get ready for class. Thanks for joining us early this morning, Harry. I got to ask you, must be nice to have a bus that doesn't break down and you guys get home on time. Unlucky Coach Rick was stuck in Minneapolis, and now they're off to Penticton. The girls have the weekend off, but after we get to that, let's talk about Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. What a beautiful place to play 3 games of hockey.
Yeah, it was nice. I mean, I've been there 3 times now. We've gone through sun, snow, and it was a little rainy this time. Normally we go for 5 games. This time we had 3, so we had a little bit of free time to do some team building. We went bowling, but overall we went 2-1 with an overtime win to finish it there, and it was a good weekend for us.
It was 3 different styles of games. I know that you and I have talked quite extensively about playing a 60-minute game, and the 60-minute game wasn't there in the first one. Being fairly close in 40 minutes and then having, I think it was Okanagan score 3 goals in the third, so it became a 5-2 victory for them. Harry Mahesh did as good a job as she could, just didn't have enough offense in that first game.
Yeah, it's kind of plagued us the last 6 games, and that game I believe it was 1-1 or 2-2 going into the third, and yeah, it kind of slipped away. And then what we preach, it's not, we come out pretty strong, and we've done that consistently, so we still talk about it. But the third period is kind of, I don't know what it is yet. We've been working out in the mornings now too. We've kind of been doubling that up and trying to kind of fine tune this team to be able to handle it. But 3 games in a weekend for us isn't a lot, so we should have enough energy to get through all the games. And that one, it still kind of hurt us, but we made up for it later in the weekend.
You definitely made up for it in the second game playing CDA. You put in the other netminder, Kendra Nordic, who's fairly new to the team, coming from North Dakota. You had a lead going into this third period, and you were able to hold on to that for the win. She had 21 out of 22 stops. Different style of game because, I mean, you've had the lead in 40 minutes. You've been behind in 40 minutes. This time round, you were able to keep that 3-0 lead and that 4-1 victory. How was that different than the first game?
Well, to be honest, the way I kind of explained it to the girls was we tied the third period. We didn't win it,
Right, it was a 1-1 in the third, right?
Yeah, so 1-1, and that's we outshot them. I want to say around 12-2, and with Kendra, you're just standing there. You're not necessarily ready. You're not getting a lot of rubber. So the one that went in, she went back, but it was one of those where we took control. But it's not you can control the game, but ultimately you win by scoring goals. So you're happy with the way we played, but you gotta put the puck in the net for I evaluate differently, but I know the girls like to see the number on the scoreboard go up higher. That's kind of how they judge themselves, and I'm aware of that. So I use that tool to say, what, it's good to control the game, but the goals that ultimately are what are going to win us the game.
Goals ultimately show up after 60 minutes, and Morgan said he had 3 of them in that second game. The second girl this year to have a hat trick. How excited was she? Was she able to keep the third puck and put that on the mantle?
Yeah, we got it for her. She's she's kind of quite the character on and off the ice. We saw that from her early on that there's something there. Like, I don't think she scored her first goal till our home showcase weekend. It might have been game 6 or 7. And now in the last 10 games, she has 6 goals, right? So she's figuring it out, and she was excited. It was kind of one of those where she had chances to maybe have 5. She made a couple good plays, and she settled on 3, but she had more opportunities.
Now, going into the third game, was there a decision between netminders, Heaven and Kendrick? Because I wanted to know if there was a plan to put in Heaven in the third game.
Yeah, we were trying to get the goalies. The Kendra is fairly new, so I'm trying to create some healthy competition. Kendra played well. Heaven, she's the older goalie. She's been here from the beginning. I think she wants to keep that reign, and it was kind of a challenge. It was kind of a toss-up, but I wanted her to have the opportunity to redeem herself. Delta's a good team, and it was more of a personal mission for her to get that win. And obviously, the way the game went, she had to come up big for us at the end, and I think she can kind of walk away from that weekend feeling accomplished. Whereas if she didn't get that game and we still got that win, she's got to wait 2 weeks for that next one, and that can chip away at somebody.
You're right about that confidence and that healthy competition between netminders, and that third game against Delta was pretty awesome. You talk about a game The first one, you kind of were let down in the third. The second game, you held on to the lead, keeping the third tied. And now you go into the third game against Delta and you win in an overtime.
Yeah, it's funny that as a coach, I don't consider it good, right? Because we went into that 1-1 going into the third.
Yeah.
And the third period again, it was 3-3. We didn't win it. We didn't win a single third period there. We did take the 2-1 lead, and we felt like we were in control. And then, boom, they let in 3. So obviously that's something that I wasn't happy with. They actually ended up calling a timeout with about 6 minutes left while they were up 4-2. And at that point, the whiteboard went away, and I kind of said, "This is not ending this way. It's up to you guys to figure this out. We can play. We know what to do, but look at that scoreboard. We're down. We have to figure it out." Or, it was one of those, if we don't figure out this game, we'll figure it out this week. And they got the message. We ended up scoring 2 pretty quick after that. And then obviously they went into overtime, and now, we do practice 3-on-3, but we kind of simplified it, said 2 forwards, 1 D, and we ended up pulling away with it. But again, we didn't win a single third period while we were out there. So as a coach, I gotta still kind of tackle that and then let them know that wins are good, but we still aren't finishing as strong as I hope.
How has that progression come for you, Coach, with the players? I mean, the very beginning of the year was a very new squad, a lot of chemistry, team building needed to be built. These road trips have to be fun. And like you said, 3 games instead of 5 during a weekend, more time off the ice versus on the ice. What's the positive message that was sent this weekend in Idaho and, coming away with 2 wins out of 3?
Well, this year's schedule is a lot different than last year's. We were already on the road about 4 times this time. And I like being on the road, to be honest. It's always fun to kind of get away and the team kind of have less distractions. And it was a good message. I think for us to go out there and see progress, I think that's the thing is, you can tell them, you're getting better, but there needs to be a result. There needs to be something that they can hang on to, whether it's their own personal stats or wins, and to kind of get a break and to have something to come home with those results. It ultimately helps them. Yeah, the team building is huge, just because the girls are 2 months in, and they should be comfortable with each other. But at the same time, now is when you kind of get, I don't want to say sick of each other, but there starts to be like, okay, 2 months of each other, so you're just kind of reaffirming, yeah, it's okay. You can have tension, you can have beef, that comes with friendship, and close teams have that. Like I said, healthy competition where now we kind of know where everybody sits. I know what to expect from each player and how to push them, and that internal competition is good, but at this age, it can still kind of cause conflict. And I'm saying I'm going to instill that healthy competition. It might backfire on me a couple times, but it's my job to show them what that looks like and to get away and kind of have the girls, come together. It's nice to see.
Come together, consistency, ready to play. Speaking of showing them what's got to get done, have you shown them what to do with the microphone yet?
No, not yet. That was a rookie idol thing. I'm not a rookie on this team anymore. The girls have fun with that. We encourage it, and they all kind of got up there and did their thing. Kendra got up there, and she got initiated into the team, so to speak. But it's not even anything that the girls, they're volunteering. They're playing center, so yeah, we have fun with it. But no, my mic skills are retired.
Right on. So what's it like now? I mean, Harry, now we get a bit of a break. Practices all throughout this week, but I mean, it's a home weekend where there's no game on the slate for yourself. You're going home for a little bit, back to Calgary. Is there a game plan for the weekend for the female team to kind of just take the weekend off? Are they practicing, getting ready for next weekend? They only have 1 game next weekend at home Sunday. So what's the game plan for the next coming days?
Well, next weekend we have two games.
Sorry.
We go to the Winnipeg on the Saturday, but this weekend, to end on the last weekend on a positive, the spirits are high. We've had a couple practices just to kind of, it's more skill stuff. We got lots of time. We got 8 practices before games, and so the girls are kind of going home with a good attitude. Now they're going to get a little bit of a breather, a refresher. So by the time November rolls, I kind of talk to the girls, and November, December, it feels like the heart of the season, but days are going to get darker earlier. The dog days of, okay, you've been doing this for 2 months, so this little reset button now is needed. And yeah, for the most part, I would say the majority are going home. The ones that stick around here can skate and relax and catch up on homework. So it's good. You know, I'm going home myself and taking a little break. So I think it's going to be good. It's the perfect time to kind of have this weekend away. And then, you know, we're 2 games next weekend, and then we're on the road to Shattuck, and then we're in Winnipeg. So the next 3 weekends after, we're going to get busy again.
A reset button before the heart of the season. Coach Harry, when's first class this morning?
The kids are going to be rolling into school in about 10, 15 minutes. I just go and kind of help out a little bit during the day. And yeah, like I said, some of the girls are trickling out, so somehow they ended up getting out of school today. I don't know how they pull that and make it an extra long weekend, but hey, you know, it's parents got to make the drive in 10 hours to pick them up. I guess I can't argue with that.
No, and I think it's a school-wide in-service tomorrow, correct? Is that
Yeah.
so? It's probably good to have those 4 days, and if they can get home, they can get home and have some home cooking.
As long as they do the homework, yeah.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to doing in Calgary the most?
You know what? Just kind of get away and relax. I got my sister lives there, her girlfriend lives there. Have a little Halloween party on Saturday, so coach gets to just kind of get away and relax. It's needed too sometimes.
So while we have you on, are you going to tell us what you're dressing up as this weekend?
Yes, I'm going as my ultimate favorite wrestler, The Undertaker.
The Undertaker.
Yes, and somehow I convinced my girlfriend to be the Ultimate Warrior. So we're
I was
going
going to say, she better not be the pallbearer, because that's
No,
not a good look, man.
a little bit of the wrestling theme, and our team actually is having our Halloween game on Thursday, where I've split the girls up into 4 teams, and they gotta dress up, and something I did as a player, and I've been doing it since I've been coaching. So the girls will be prepping their costumes this weekend as well.
Awesome. Next weekend, you have a home and home with the girls. You yourself have your first home game on Friday night. Is that right?
Yeah, with the Pilots on the senior team here, so I'm looking forward to that.
That should be a good tilt as well. So lots of hockey in Pilot Mound next weekend. Harry, have a great long weekend, and thanks for catching up with us, and we'll see you next weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Perfect. That's Coach Harry Mahesh from the Pilot Mound Hockey-Academy female varsity team. They're starting to pick up speed. They're starting to pick up some dubs, and they're starting to gel as a team. So it's great to see, and we look forward to seeing them next weekend.